अगर आपसे हमारे कोई भी इंटरेस्टिंग वीडियोस मिस हो गए हैं तो फिक्र की कोई बात नहीं। आपको जाना है अपने YouTube ऐप पर और सर्च बार में रेडियो उड़ान टाइप करके हमें सब्सक्राइब करना है हमारे और अधिक इंफोटेनमेंट से भरे वीडियोस के लिए, और सुनते रहना है ऐसे ही रेडियो उड़ान, अ फ्लाइट ऑफ लाइफ। हैप्पी लिसनिंग।
या दोस्तों नमस्कार, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल। मैं दानिश महाजन प्रोग्राम बदलता दौर में आपका स्वागत करता हूं। प्रोग्राम बदलता दौर में आज हम बात करेंगे तमिलनाडु की, जहां पर प्रोटेस्ट किए जा रहे थे और डीएम के गवर्नमेंट ने वहां पर डिसेबल्ड को प्रोटेस्ट करने से रोका। किस चीज को लेकर वो प्रोटेस्ट हो रहे थे हम डिटेल में जानेंगे। क्यों आखिर गवर्नमेंट घबराई हुई थी, क्या रीजंस थे। जब डीएम के सत्ता में नहीं थी तो वो बात करती थी कि वो डिसेबल्ड के राइट्स उन्हें देने में मदद करेगी, सहयोग करेगी, लेकिन जब प्रोटेस्ट होने शुरू हुए तो उन्होंने डिसेबल्ड को डिटेन करना शुरू कर दिया। तो तमिलनाडु की बात आज हम इस शो में करेंगे। आज हमारे साथ हैं नंबू राजन जी, जो जनरल सेक्रेटरी हैं तमिलनाडु एसोसिएशन फॉर द राइट्स ऑफ ऑल टाइप ऑफ डिसेबल्ड एंड केयर गिवर्स। सो नंबू जी, वेलकम टू द रेडियो उड़ान। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर गिविंग अस टाइम.
Thank you. Namaskaram.
So Nambuji, tell us, when did you plan to launch protest and what are the issues?
See, seeking at least 3,000 rupees per month disability allowance to the disabled. This demand we have placed before the government for the last several years. Since from 2011, it has been enhanced to 500 to 1,000 for the last almost 11 and a half years, 12 years. It did not even a single penny has not been increased. So that for the last 7-8 years, continuously we are placing before the government, the SPL government, AIDMK government, Jayalalitha government, to consider, because of the rising prices of essential commodities, food articles. It is not enough to pay 1,000 rupees per month for a disabled. We asked the government to look into the neighboring states, Andhra, now Telangana, Kerala, Puducherry. These are the states, important states, neighboring states. Telangana now providing 3,016 every month to all kind of disabled, even 40% and more affected disability. Andhra now providing 3,000 rupees per month to all the disabled, even for 40% with the disability. Puducherry at the maximum paying 3,800 rupees. There are various schemes there. For 3,800, if a person with a disability who got 40% of degree of disability and attained 80 years, he can avail 3,800 rupees per month. These are the situation in nearby states. So that we place this demand, we are compelling the government, we are pressing the government for several years. Last 2-3 years, while the DMK was as in the opposition, they have assured us, while they assume office, while they come to power, they will increase the minimum, this pension, this allowance. Now, last year, they have been won the elections, state elections, and assumed office, and they are in power. After coming to power, we placed before our demand to the DMK government that at least to increase the maintenance allowance pension. For your information, in the election manifesto of the DMK, they have promised that if they come to power, they will increase the monthly pension from 1,000 to 2,000 rupees. Unfortunately, for now a year gone, despite a year gone, they did not come forward to fulfill their election promise, even at least to increase 500 rupees to 500 rupees. It is 1,000 to 1,000. So we urge the government for the last 1 year. We placed our demand by writing.
So Nambu ji, was it only demand or you have some other demands as well?
This struggle was conducted because of a single demand, this demand alone. We placed a written letter to the Chief Minister to look into the promise to increase the amount. as well as to increase the amount to 3,000 rupees and rupees 5,000 rupees for severely disabled like muscular dystrophy and who got spinal injured persons and other severely disabled, bedridden disabled people. First we placed demand our demand through letter, and we attention seeking protests. We have conducted more than 500 centers across the state last year, and we have conducted a picketing program on November 30th, in connection with the International Day for Disabled on December 3. We have conducted more than 160 centers picketing, road picketing, road, and more than 15,000 disabled have been courted arrest and released in the evening. And we have convened our state committee meeting last December 26, and we resolved a resolution. The government is not coming forward to fulfill their promise, and we have conducted already small protests and picketings, but they have not considered our demands, so that we have to assemble at Chennai indefinitely, and we have to urge the government to increase the amount.
So yesterday we
announced our decision on December 26th.
Okay.
Now you may know that almost 3 months has gone. Now, despite our announcement, there is enough time, but the government did not come forward for even a negotiation. On 17th this month, we announced press meet to meet the media about our demand, and giving invitation to media people. Then only the government waking up. The department, separate department, is working here for disabled. The commissioner and director and the secretary approached us. We don't conduct press meet. We can have the negotiation on the same time of the press meet. It is not possible because we have already given invitation to the press. So we refused, and we told them after conducted our press meet, we will meet you and we can chat and we can discuss. We conducted the press meet and we went to the secretariat. The additional chief secretary to the social welfare department is a separate department, no connection with the different disabled department. It is a separate department for the secretary level, IAS office level secretaries there for different disabled in Tamilnadu. And the social welfare additional chief secretary, different disabled welfare secretary, the director and commissioner for different disabled, all through 3 top bureaucrats attended the negotiations, and what they said, it is not possible to the government to fulfill the promise right now. You have to support the government. You have to wait for some time. Government will fulfill your demand, their promise in that time, so that you withdraw your strike call. We refused. It is not possible. It is not an issue of money. It is an issue of political will. The government, nearby neighboring governments already provided 3,000 and above. Why not from Tamil Nadu? Tamil Nadu is budgeting every year for nearly 4 lakh crores. It is involving for Tamil Nadu budget. Then why not from Tamil Nadu? We refused that. So that as we called, we have mobilized throughout Tamil Nadu the disabled persons and their caregivers to Chennai, that is yesterday, for which across Tamil Nadu, nook and corner, from village to major panchayat municipalities, almost 15,000 people get ready to travel to Chennai. This information has gone to officials, and their bureaucrats. Autocratically, they are started their approach to stop the disabled commuters, passengers, to travel to Chennai from their destination. For that, the police department has been muted out. Most of the districts we are working here. There are our organization setup is state committee, district committee. We have 40 district committees out of 43 districts. 40 districts and more than 280 local committees and branch units. We have 5,000 branch units here in Tamil Nadu. See, most of the police, even village level, they threatened our leaders and the people with disabilities don't go to Chennai. The government ordered to not to come to Chennai. If you are trying to move away from here, we will arrest you. We will detain you. This kind of way, the police has prevented the disabled and their caregivers, our members, our leaders from mobilizing and not to come to Chennai.
Yeah.
This information we got in the evening, and we asked them, you have to come, we have to conduct the struggle, we have to conduct the struggle more forcibly so that we can, but it is not possible. It was
Okay,
not possible.
so two things, Nambuji. A, that was a great achievement if we see from the other side. That was a positive thing that first time in the history, disabled are able to give a challenge to the government. Even government was so afraid, so they put their entire unit to prevent this protest. So first, this is your victory.
Yes.
If we see from the other angle, it never happened before. Now, other thing, this is very unfortunate from the government side. These MLAs and MPs, who even if they become MLA or MP for one day, they take full pension. If they will be 5-time MLA, they will have 5 pensions in 1,000. And when it comes to the disabled, they always say we don't have, our treasury is empty out, we don't have money, blah 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 blah. They come with all kind of ridiculous argument. As you stated that when they were in opposition, they said they will fulfill this demand, and now they are saying they don't have money. So this is unfortunate, and the only positive thing that you are able to give a challenge to the government. Now tell, when government was preventing you, did anybody hurt, or were you able to launch your protest?
See, the way they have acted, the police and bureaucracy, see, they have not arrested and detained. Their motive is to prevent. They say that they are arresting, but they have prevented not to board the train. And if already boarded, they have been detained from the train. They have been deboarded from the train. Many issues has happened. In the running train, the police has rushed into the compartments and plunged the disabled from the compartments to get down from the train. This has also happened, and they have ensured then that there is no train to there is no other train from here to Chennai. Then they are released. You can go. We are not responsible for that. This is the way they have acted because of verbal order by the government. Many places.
What is the current scenario?
I am telling you. In many places, after 11, 12 in the midnight, they have been thrown and they have been dispersed, and they have been the police is running away without any response. This has happened. Some places like Tanjavur, Kumbakonam, they have been taken custody till yesterday afternoon, until our struggle come to an end. See, this way it is totally unacceptable. Though we have already booked the ticket, we reserved the ticket, we have a value ticket the disabled person has, but they have been removed from the compartment. This kind of way they have been. So that almost 5,000 to 6,000 disabled caregivers have been prevented from traveling, prevented from boarding the trains, buses. And despite these kind of actions, nearly 6,000 to 7,000 disabled reached Chennai. In the early morning, by 3 o'clock, there is a central bus stand at Coimbatore. The police has been poured, and nearly 1,000 police. Almost, nearly 3,000 disabled. They reached Coimbatore bus stand. They have been taken custody, and they wanted to move to a shelter, a marriage hall. But people refused. Now we said no, you don't go. You sit there. And while reaching Chennai Central, Chennai Egmore railway stations from southern side of Tamil Nadu, from western side of Tamil Nadu. They will reach the Chennai Central and Egmore stations almost nearly 2,000 people. They have been in Chennai Central, 2 marriage halls booked, and then they have been evacuated from Chennai Central. Egmore also like happened. Finally, we believed Chennai. We have 3 Chennai districts: North, South, and Central Chennai. From these districts, we are expecting nearly 5 to 600. And nearby Chengalpattu, Tiruvallur, we mobilized nearly 1,500 yesterday, and we started our. We actually named for the struggle. It is dwelling into state secretary. This means that we are going to invade the state secretariat. We are going to live there in the state secretariat. This is the way we are. This is the name we have given for the struggle. While we started our struggle, actually in Tamil Nadu, officially the portfolio for the differently abled is being held by the Chief Minister. Chief Minister is the minister for the disabled here. But he asked the social welfare minister to go and talk to us, and the police has informed us that the minister is cutting off from her assembly, and she is coming for negotiation, and we invited for that. And first we opposed and we shouted against slogans against the police atrocities throughout the states, and no other way we have to hold the talks. We have to hold the talks, so that we accepted that. Then there was a negotiation meeting was held in the state differently abled welfare directorate at Chennai Marina Beach Road. It is situated there. As I told you, these officials took part, minister took part. What she said that, as I had told you, Chief Minister is aware about our demand and the struggle. He asked me to convey his wish that the promise and the demand paying nearby states, it will be fulfilled, but it is not possible immediately. We will fulfill the election promise within few months. It is 1,000 to 1,500. Then we will fulfill the demand regarding reaching 3,000 and above. It will be stepped up, step by step. It will be done step by step. Then we asked, when are you going to? You have to give written promise, written statement. Government assurance has to come up. We placed this demand. And she said that, and she wanted to speak with the Chief Minister's office, and she went away, and she spent some time for at least 15 minutes with the Chief Minister's office, and she get note from the Chief Minister's office to convene press conference along with us that it will be soon. We don't know, within a month or 2 months, it will be conducted, it will be implemented. 500 rupees increase, it will be done soon. Then other reaching 3,000 rupees, up to reaching 3,000, it will be step by step according to the financial sources, what she said. So that no other way, see, now the government is coming forward. Chief Minister asked the minister to go and do negotiations, and the minister has given on behalf of Chief Minister is giving assurance. We have to get this kind of way. We have to conduct the struggles. We have to wait for some time. If not fulfilled, again we will come out to Chennai with a huge number.
What I could understand from your talk is, now they have given you assurance they are increasing it from 1,000 to 1,500 in near future, maybe in a month and 2 months.
Yes.
So now have you called off your protest? Are you satisfied the way
we are now postponing the protest.
They are postponing the.
Yes.
So have they given you undertaking?
Yes, they have huge media conference has taken place. Live relay, the major broadcasters, telecasters, they telecast their assurance.
But why they are not able to give you any date, be it month, 2 months, 3 months?
Normally, for your information I'm saying that normally government will not say that particular day like that. They will do say like this. We have for the last several years we have conducted so many studies.
So when you asked about brutal atrocities of police, then
Yes,
what was
yes,
their response?
yes. We have actually condemned these police atrocities due to bureaucrats inhuman approach like that. What she said that we did not aware about it. We did not believe that. But she said I am not aware aware of that. I am very sorry for that. What she said. He said that if this is the situation, it will this kind of approach will be happen by the government in future. The government has to face the consequences of this.
Haven't you put forward your demand for at least 2,000? Okay, let's come to the equal terms. If you cannot increase 1,000 to 3,000, at least make it 2,000.
Actually, now we can seek any demand. We can demand a full amount also, but we have to see the practicality. We have to see the possibility. See, this is the government is like this, step by step. See, for your information, I am saying that I am working for the rights of disabled from 1997. Now 22, almost 25 years has gone. See, at that time, 97, you know how much the amount for allocated for deafly able in Tamilnadu? 97, only 28 crores. Only 28 crores. This was the allocation in 98, 97, 98. Now you know what is the allocation in Tamil Nadu? 838 crores. What is the this is because of continuous struggle, continuous pressing, continuous lobbying. This kind of way we can. We are living in a country. It is.
No, that is great. Actually, I always when I have done more than 1,000 shows. I cover all over India. So I always give example of Tamil Nadu. The disability movement is very vibrant in Tamil Nadu, particularly in Chennai. We have a lot of vibrant activists who are taking note of all the governments, not only in Tamil Nadu, but what union ministers are doing, Indian government is doing, neighboring states are doing. So we had you people are leading, from the front. That's no doubt about that, and I appreciate and recognize your struggle and the way you are fighting. So now DMK government, and for that matter, all the government must also understand. My sources told me, correct me if I'm wrong, this time disabled have also voted in a heavy numbers in a favor of DMK government because they spoke about disability in their speeches, in their rallies, in their manifesto. Am I right?
Yes. See, there are little bit different from the parties which are ruling in almost north and west, east, kind of in India. This is a little bit different. They have some progressive approach like that. So that the infrastructure already improved if you compare with the entire states, other states compared to Tamil Nadu. But this is unfortunate. The disability rights as being in a back side. But we have to get into the front side. We have to fight for that. We have to, but it will not happen a single day or single month or year. We have to fight for that prolonged. We have to take long time. So that we have taken much time. We have improved some infrastructures. We have been fighting for that. Now the government is aware about the anxious and angry of the disabled. It will not. They are not doing. The struggles will be more powerful. So that they will do. We are believing that.
Nambu ji, एक चीज बताइए. Tell me one thing. You gave example of neighboring state, Pondicherry, Telangana, Andhra, Kerala. And as we are speaking, that disability movement is very vibrant in Tamil Nadu particularly. What is the reason that you lag behind in case of pension?
This is see, you are now saying that there are vibrant disability movement in Tamil Nadu and particularly in Chennai, but this is for the last 10 years. I am proudly saying that. Oh, it is because of our organization also. Since from our inception in 2007 2010, the Association for Tamilnadu Association for the Rights of Artists of the Blind and Deaf was created. We are fighting for continuously. Whether you are aware or not, I don't know. Last February 28, we have conducted a big struggles in front of railway offices to open up coaches for bogies for disabled. It has been locked and it has been used by the railway personnel for last 2 years in the name of Corona, COVID lockdown, COVID codes, COVID norms. And because of our struggle in Tamil Nadu, now Southern Railway has opened up the all bogies of for the disabled, and they are issuing unreserved tickets from UTS Council. It is a universal ticketing system. This is not only for helping, our struggles are not only helping for getting our bogies and concessional tickets. It has been evoked national level. It has been helped to think over by the Union Railway Minister, Railway Ministry, to open to revoke this and relocate this was earlier what it was in pre-COVID situation to normalize all. Now you know that second sitting seats almost express trains. It is now reserved. Earlier it was unreserved. Now they are now they are going to revert. It is going to be revert unreserved step by step. This is, we have conducted the struggle on 28th February. The next day, 1st March, the ministry has announced this. This is the way we are struggling.
No, I know that. I cover all the events. That's why. And one thing, again, you have improved. If we want to give a pace to our demands, we need to come on the roads. We need to struggle if we want to achieve the larger goal.
Yes.
Because now, modern generation, they believe in a other mechanism. But the fact of the matter, if you want anything in your pocket, if you want to struggle, you need to come on the strikes if you want government to pay heed to your demands. So what are the 2-3 other demands you have in the bag in coming days that, what are the challenges?
There are lot of issues. First we have to implement the RPD law in a spirit manner. Yeah. All the provisions of the Act has to be implemented in a spirit manner. Accessibility issues are there, and rights issues are there. There are several issues.
Yeah.
And there are several livelihood issues. Apart from our law, there are several laws having some provisions, some concessions to disabled. I don't know whether you may aware or not. The MNREGS scheme, Manrega.
Yeah.
Living the rural poor disabled living in villages, Gram Panchayat. See, the MNREGS is more helpful to them. There is a separate provision in the Act 2006 Act to provide in a concession. See, they have been utilized. The disabled workers has to be utilized for selected jobs, selected works. Only 4 hours and full wage. Here, for that we have got a separate GO, separate government order. We have been got from the Tamilnadu government. It is being implemented for the last 10 or 11 years from 2011. But even though there are a lot of obstacles, hurdles are there. Now elected panchayat presidents taking what they are thinking. They are the officers for their job. It is not like that. The Act not saying that it is the responsibility of the elected panchayat president. Panchayat has the power to select the jobs. This is the power. This is the provision there in the Act. We have emphasized. See what is happening in Tamil Nadu everywhere. we won't give jobs for disabled. If not, if that only few days and not full wage. This is also happening. This atrocity is happening. Atrocity. So we have taken up their matter with the government. This is against the law, against our GO. So the rural development secretary has to be invited, and we have to talks from our department. It should be rectified. As well, and another matter, whether you may be aware or not. The social, the Food Security Act 2019 is 13. It provides that it is ensured that the food safety for the disabled, particularly what it has been automatic inflation. And now, according to that, the Delhi High Court order and subsequent Union Government order, the AAY card, Antyodaya Anna Yojana card should be provided to all family heading by disabled persons. But it is not happening. Why? The central union government, though, despite the Delhi court order, despite their own government order, they are not allocating money. For that, we have conducted struggles. We have conducted movements in Tamilnadu to submitting petitions to change the family card. You can go through the Union Food Department website. In the top of in the portal itself, there is a separate thing there. But here the government is accepting. But the problem is, money has to come from the union government. The allocation has to come from the center. What the food commissioner says that it is the big matter. Yes, it is correct. Our demand is correct. But the money has to come from union government. So that chief minister has to involve. This kind of, it is not settled. So that what we have yesterday demanded the minister, the chief minister has to involve. He has to interact with the union government, get the money, and has to implement as per the court order and the union government order. This is the second matter. So several issues.
Yeah,
agree.
So Nambuji, tell me, when you launch this kind of protest and when you see police stifling the voices, are you afraid of your life, and did people afraid of their lives that they can, they are afraid of their stifling our voices and they can give a threat to the life?
I am telling to every citizen of persons with disability that we are not, we don't have anything to lose. Without, there are a lot of great world will be there for the fighting, for the struggles. The struggle alone will get our rights, for which we have to mobilize. We should be united. We should have come under a single umbrella at the national level. What the NPRD is doing across the country to invite all organizations come under an umbrella, and we have to enhance our struggles. We have to conduct large scale struggles for our rights, for even livelihood issues, for even accessibility and other rights issues. We have to conduct them. So that no way of afraid. Why we have to afraid? This is the constitutional right for struggle. Our Indian Constitution provides this right. We have the right to struggle. We are struggling for our livelihood. We are struggling for our rights. We are struggling for our acts, mandates, so that we need not be afraid. Our
give your message to the community.
Yes. So that only way I request all members, all fellow citizens with persons with disabilities and the families, we have to unite and we have to fight for that. Then only the governments will wake up and they will come forward to fulfill our rights. This is the final answer I want to give.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you are joining us and sharing insights from Tamil Nadu, and I congratulate you that in spite of all odds, you were able to push government and you are able to, bring government on negotiations, and at least they have accepted not fully but partial demand. Even if it happens, so it is a great move for the future. So in future, we hope that DMK will realize that they have promised it and they will fulfill their commitment to this cause in their tenure. And if they will not do so, that all the government must understand that elections will come. And if people can make you CM, they can also remove you. So time has gone of false promises, time has changed, and that would be great if the promises made by the government, if they will fulfill in their tenure. Disabled has to struggle, and once again it has been proven, if you want your demand to be addressed, you need to come on the ground. Thank you so much, Nambu, Rajanji, for joining and talking to us.
Thank you, Radio Udaan. Thank you, Mahajan. Thank you very much.
तो जी हाँ दोस्तों, आज बात की नंबू राजन जी से हमने, और तमिलनाडु में जो प्रोटेस्ट हुआ उनकी डिमांड थी कि पेंशन को 1000 रुपए से 3000 रुपया कर दिया जाए। गवर्नमेंट ने पार्शली एक्सेप्ट किया है, गवर्नमेंट ने ब्रूटैलिटी दिखाई, डिसेबल्ड को प्रोटेस्ट करने से रोका, उनकी आवाज को दबाने की कोशिश की, लेकिन स्ट्रगल कामयाब रहा और गवर्नमेंट ने ये कहा कि आपकी जो पेंशन है वो 1000 से 1500 रुपया कर दी जाएगी, फिर स्टेप बाय स्टेप उसको 3000 रुपया कर दिया जाएगा। अगले सप्ताह फिर मिलूंगा किसी और मुद्दे पर, किसी और पर्सनैलिटी के साथ। तब तक दीजिए इजाजत। सुनते रहिए रेडियो उड़ान, फ्लाइट ऑफ लाइफ।